Hello, welcome back to 10 Minutes of Astrology, where today we are going to be talking about Mars in Sagittarius from November 2025 to December of 2025. And if you've enjoyed all of these videos in this series that I have made, you should definitely keep tabs on my astrology predictions playlist. If you go to my channel, you go to playlists, scroll until you see astrology predictions to 2046. There you will find in order all of the videos of this series that I have made up until this point so far for you to watch back at any point. I try to keep it updated as best as humanly possible. I have made this series as far out as I could with the larger planets first, coming into the smaller planets like Mars. So that way we have a really big picture over the next 20 years, and then we go into the details like this video. Press all the buttons for me if you can, and I am going to be doing a giveaway at 5,000 subscribers. So whenever I hit that amount, I will randomly pick one of my subscribers, so long as I see who is subscribed, to win a free bookmark that is made by yours truly. It has a real four-leaf clover in it because I do collect four-leaf clovers. If you want to check out some other videos. And one more thing is I do offer free readings if it is for 10 minutes recorded for me to post. No, you do not have to show your face. All I need is some basic information as far as what you want for a reading. I will do the reading, post it, and you'll see it uploaded and then can view it. So reach out if you want a free reading. My paid readings are $30 for about 45 minutes. Now, on to Mars in Sagittarius. There is, oh my God, there's so much going on. Like, bro, there is so, especially as soon as it enters, it's like jam packed, bro. Oh my gosh. So let's get into this. So Neptune and Saturn at this point are retrograde in Pisces. They are back in Pisces. And by the way, this time period is not like Mars focused. It's very much so like all the other stuff focused. So even though this is a Mars video, this specific moment in time is really about some other planets. So I'm going to be talking about the other planets in this video, even though this is a Mars video. Saturn and Neptune, again, they're going to be retrograde in Pisces. We are relearning some emotional lessons with that, some spiritual, moral, emotional lessons. Then there is going to be Mars is opposite to Gemini, Uranus and Gemini during the 0 degree. Like I said, sorry, my chair is like super squeaky. It's like 100 and something years old, so forgive me. We need to make, I am going to get off track. Let me not do that. Uranus in Gemini at anything is 0 degrees is awful. And like, we're already having to learn some lessons. And so this is going to be like one of them things that it's like Mars in Sagittarius, by the way, is really active. Like I can't stand the squeaking anymore. And I'm doing this before I have a 2-hour workout before the guys come over to my house to fix some stuff. And then I work a night shift. So like I'm going to work on this. Mars in Sagittarius. Mars is action. Sagittarius is pop off at the mouth. So it's definitely fire energy. As soon as it enters, it's opposite to Uranus, which is electric, blabbermouth. Like, oh my gosh, don't speak, please be quiet, please. It'll do you better than not. Just hold that tongue for me. And we are also going to be having a full moon in Taurus. So the sun is going to be in Scorpio, and like this is as soon as it ends. Like I'm not even out of the first week. There's going to be a full moon. I don't usually talk about the sun, moon, Venus, all of that in these larger planet videos because I haven't gotten to the smaller planets yet. But because this is so significant and this isn't really Mars time, I felt that it was very important to point out the significance. And it's going to be around 13 degrees. It really depends on your area as far as the specific degrees, and it depends on your chart how it's going to really impact you personally. I do personalized horoscopes if you need one. Moving on, there's going to be a full moon in Taurus that is happening during all of this that's going to be very impactful. And then Venus is going to enter Scorpio. So, your relationships and the way you love is about to take a darker turn. I have written here, because I have my notes, expelled too much energy in the beginning. So like in the beginning of all of this, Mars enters, this happens, this happens. It's going to be like one thing after another. And it's a lot of energy right in that first week. And there's going to be a kite happening, and it's including in that is a grand water trine. So this kite that's going to be happening is, so technically it should be in like fire and air stuff, but because these planets are going to be going back into those fire and air things, yeah, but there's like what it's a really weird. It's a weird, because yes, we're going backwards, we're moving backwards, we feel all of the emotional things bringing us back, but the fire that it's supposed to be going into is going to propel us forward, but we're not back there yet to be propelled. We're in the retrograde stage. We're reflecting on our emotion. Anyway, so these planets are Saturn, Neptune in Pisces, Jupiter at 25, 29 degrees. And I usually do orbs within 5 degrees. These are about that. Some of them are a little further off than others. But Jupiter in Cancer at 25-ish degrees. We have Lilith in Scorpio around 24 degrees. That's going to be going into Sagittarius. Saturn and Neptune are going to be going back into Aries and then staying there for a while. Pluto in Aquarius. And there's just so much. There's so much. Anyway, this kite is going to be interrupted by the oppositions that take place also during that test. So it's like things are going great, but there's something in the way. There's just something there that cuts it up. Of course there is. And I'm running out of time. So towards the end, Mars is going to semi-sextile Venus, which is nice. That's a learning teaching moment. It is going to be conjunct Mercury. And then we have an inconjunct at the very end, Mars inconjunct Jupiter. At the very end, Mars is going to square Saturn and Neptune, still in Pisces. And then finally, inconjunct Uranus in Taurus. Man, I tell you what, that was just a lot to unpack I did not have enough time this time around. I'm so sorry. But it's going to be a lot in the beginning, and then it's going to be very frustrating in the end. Remember, in the beginning, keep your mouth shut. And at the end, yes, you're going to be put off. It's going to be like, But Mars then goes into Capricorn, and things are going to kind of start coming back into symbiosis. I so appreciate everyone for watching all of these things. You continue to give me motivation. I love you all so much. By the way, I have a poll nobody has voted on, so go check that out too. And have a beautiful day, fam. Peace out. Much love.